Welcome to Paranormal Roads, the Belmont Manor edition. Now, this one's a little weird because there's not a lot of road trip video to this. It's local, so it's not like I have to take a big road trip to go to this place. But I don't feel like I have enough to really make a Ghosts and Legends episode out of it. So this is I am gonna make a Paranormal Roads out of it, because when we get up to Belmont, there is a pretty cool road that you have to take to get there. I've been there once before. I already have investigation footage of this location, so I'm going to include that here. This is going to be like a mishmash of whatever I grabbed today, plus the investigation footage from before. But yeah, the road getting there is it's woodsy. There's a lot of trees. There's like a single lane bridge and stuff like that. So that will be our paranormal road. Got a little Mountain Dew going on, Diet Mountain Dew. Have a bit of a headache, took some Advil. So basically what I'm doing today is a paranormal author event that IGT, Inspired Ghost Tracking, has put on. Margaret Ehrlich has organized it with Belmont Manor. And so there's going to be some other paranormal authors there, like Rob Guttrow and people like that, Randy Keller. So Kat Cash was supposed to be there, another Haunted Road Media author. Unfortunately, she had some personal things come up and was unable to make it, which is too bad. But we're still going to have a good time. It's going to be a great event. People are going to come tour the house, the mansion, and then see us, the paranormal authors. So it's pretty cool. It's mildly haunted. There's I guess the most prevalent spirit there is that of a little girl, and she's usually either seen or heard running through a couple of the rooms in the front of the house, and it's kind of a residual haunt in that there's a story of her father coming home from trips. He was a wealthy businessman, and so she would be waiting by the windows for him to come, and when she'd see him, she'd run down the hall to see her daddy. And so it's that haunt, that residual energy that is still there and plays back from time to time. So there's some other little things that happen there. The girl has been seen upstairs, and has shown herself, basically men, like guys that were restoring the place, other men that have visited. So it's presumed that she's thinking that the guy there is her father. So she has been seen a couple times. And then there's some other haunts there. One is like a guy who's hung out in the Dorsey room, and it's presumed that he was a vagabond that stayed there for a while when nobody was at the house, and prior to it being restored, he eventually was told to shove off when they came to restore it and all that. And people believe that whenever he passed on, that his spirit energy came back to the house.
And then he said he felt something, so he looked down, and she was standing right there. And then he went out of the house and didn't come back in.
Now, was she white or black?
White.
She was white?
She was white, and she was... Do you want me to say what she was wearing?
Did she have her color hair? Did you see what color hair she had? Blonde or anything?
It was blonde.
And kind of curly. I think it was long. It was long and
Ponytail.
And then she, I'm picking up a blue dress. Might have blue and white in it.
So am I.
Okay. And just probably, she's about this tall.
Yes.
And you'd almost picture her as a little Alice in Wonderland. I mean, you just, that's the kind of look she has, but that's...
I was picturing a blue dress with a white and a bow tie.
Okay.
Like a sash?
Yeah.
How did he see, what did he describe?
He said nightgown.
Uh-huh.
He said a flowy nightgown. Very loose fitting.
Yeah.
The blonde, about that height.
Yeah.
It would have, the period style would have been in the 17. So the Dorseys is what we're thinking.
Okay.
We're not quite sure. It could be Dorseys, it could be Bruce. We're not sure which one it is.
Yeah, she looked just like a little doll.
That's what he said. His face, he just looked.
Yeah, that's the image, because it's like a little bit of ruffliness, and it wasn't just a plain old nightgown. It was like a cute one. It's done up with some little bit of fluff.
He was pretty startled by it.
Yeah, I bet.
So we don't know if this was her bedroom. It could have been her bedroom. We're not sure.
I had the sense that it wasn't, that she was here checking out what he was doing, but she was curious. I think her room was down here.
We'll probably go there.
Okay.
With her, she only comes up to men.
Oh, okay.
Only men have described her. Females have ever seen her or talk about her.
And that's, yeah, it has something to do, of course, to do with her dad. I guess she died young, and then loved her dad. Her dad probably played with her lots. They did lots together, and so that she'd gravitate towards men, especially ones that might look a little bit like her dad would have.
Mm-hmm.
She would probably do that, or any man who'd be kind of playful or doing something that would be fun.
Some people say they see a little girl in the room. Can you tell us what your name is?
How old are you?
If you can hear us, please feel free to come in and visit with us. We're just interested and curious as to who you are and getting to know you and making a new friend.
If you come and talk into any one of these devices, when we play them back, we can hear it. We might not be able to hear you right now. But when we get back and listen, we will let the people who are here now know what you said. So if you have any messages for them, please let us know.
I'm getting real strong impressions of her. She's coming towards the room. She has been a little bit outside. That's the feeling, and she's laughing. She loves to play. I mean, it's more than I thought. Like when he said that, as she comes up, she looks up. She's kind of like one of those open, beautiful little girl faces, and she's goes by a pole. She has to twirl around it, that kind of thing. And then if she comes up, it's because she'd like to play. She'd like to do something here. We have to have that kind of energy for her. It's what she loves.
Well, come on in and play with us. We have something sitting in the bed here that'll light up and play with the lights.
I should have brought my doll with me.
This historic photograph shows a shadow person sneaking into an upstairs bedroom. No one was on the roof when the photo was taken.
It somehow feels more towards that direction.
We believe that we had someone here.
Okay.
Between the time that
I'm thinking,
the community college was here and then us.
he's the one who opened up the wall.
He's very touchy. I felt like I was sitting on that bed being, I felt like I had feathers all over me. Like I had feathers all over me.
It just feels to me like it's beautiful here, but it feels like someone was preparing to pass, and this is the view that they were looking at.
All right, well, on the way home from Belmont, stopped and got some Chipotle and headed back. It's a every time you go to a place like that, you always find out some new bits of information, experiences, things people have witnessed there. This time, it was from a person who grew up in the area, and she'd been there when she was young. Sorry for the lighting here. I tried with the overhead, but in any case, yeah, she was telling me about how she, would kind of sneak onto the property without permission with one of her friends, and I guess the old horse corral that had been there creaked open on them one time, just out of nowhere, and then they heard the sound of phantom carts wheeling by. So kind of interesting. So a few different little stories like that, and it's a place definitely worth going back. It's all kinds of little, I forgot about the phantom puddle in the or not the phantom puddle, but the puddle that shows up in the one room where there's no source of water, but there's a puddle of water that shows up there sometimes. So different things like that. Definitely a place worth going back to, exploring, and finding out some new information about some more information. There's, it's a mild haunting that goes on there. In any case, that is this edition of Paranormal Roads. It's now time to go put the video together. And we'll have another trip coming up here pretty soon. Till next time.